Hi, hello, and good evening. It is November 14th, all right? And we are chatting the amazing race tonight. We've got two episodes to go over, since the last time we were all together on a MONWON Monday. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay. I am Kyle Petty, and I am joined by my besties, John Dunphy and Gina Mordino, and this is Strat Chat. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod or on our website at stratchatpod.com. Okay, so the amazing race. Where did we leave off? The last people to leave us were that was Abby and Will by way of COVID. Yes. And we saw, Glenda and Lumumba finishing that part of the leg last, leaving them at a severe deficit with starting the race. Period. I thought that was going to be a comma, but no, there was nothing else to say. That was it. That was sufficient. Period. So we kicked this one off with a roadblock. One team member had to study, before that. Hold on. Now, I don't know when this happened, and I don't know things here, but we do have to mention Glenda and Lumumba's failed driving. During this leg here. They were having a hard time navigation wise, which is really a trend this entire time. So I have to say, now, again, we watch these two in a blur. We don't really know. This is what happens when you binge. I don't know if we're going to keep this 2-episode a thing format, right? It's a little strange. We tried it, but because Aubrey and David are really not so good in the car either.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but they're less fun to watch. At least Glenda and Lumumba, they're a good time, and but they're endearing and really fun. Found themselves going down the wrong way, to which the local people said, "No, turn back." And she said, "No problem.
No,
I got it. No, turn back." And she said, "No problem. I got this." And then she ended up, the car version of ass over tiara in a ditch.
I felt really bad, obviously, but this actually got funnier to me upon rewatching this episode, because like 2 minutes before it happens, you just hear Glenda say, "I hope we don't end up in a ditch." I lost it because I had already seen what happened.
Right. I would have been really scared and really embarrassed, because every time Lumumba was like, "No, you can't get out on your side, hon. You can't get out on your side. You got to get out on this side." I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, please be quiet. I heard you. Goodbye." Matt, hey Matt, happy MONWON. Yeah, so that was Glenda and Lumumba having all the difficulties. But that really was a trend that really stuck throughout, really, their difficulties. But any Hoosiers. So the first roadblock, you had to study this Camarque family tree, and then you had to why do I host these? Had to rappel 131 feet down the exterior wall of the Chateau de Camargue, and then had to match 5 names to their family crest in order to receive the next clue. Okay.
I said, now what show am I watching? Because this is some challenge ass competition.
Yes,
What is
but this
happening?
This is very amazing race. Very amazing race. So fun things they do. I told you you'd like it. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you jazzed. What did you think of this? This looked too hard. Look,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no way. There's just no way. I
But
did like the strategy that we started to see though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was a great strategy, but I was also laughing so hard at the little like Jean loves her brows. She also loves chapstick. And I was like, what? Like, I can't think of a better way that I would have done it, but I'm laughing so hard that that's the way that you did it. Like,
I give a lot of
feel like-
props to Michelle too, because she was the first one there, and she thought, you know what? There's no way I'm going to memorize all of these crests and names. Let me go down first. Like, so as people, continue to arrive, they probably were getting tips. So do this. Make sure you go and see the crests first. That you actually have to match up with the names. Like,
right.
She got there and without much hesitation, she was right down. Meanwhile, you saw the brothers. I think it was I don't remember if it was Marcus or Michael. I don't remember which one. But he was like, as he was rappelling down the wall, he's like, I thought I was going to be seeing crests. Like, where is everything? Like, he didn't know what's going on. But Michelle, her and Lewis are a great team.
Oh, yeah.
They're an amazing team. And I love watching them work together. They're funny together. I enjoy every time they're in a car together.
They're very funny.
Together. Not like Aubrey and David. Anytime it's like, oh God, here we go. More car scenes.
Yep.
Doesn't make them do anything else but drive together. Like, can they just have separate vehicles? Then I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Just terrible. Any other comments for this roadblock? Anything else? We don't
think
care.
so.
We're done.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I really honestly have just been enjoying Lewis and Michelle. Michelle rappelling down the wall like, this is all I wanted.
She's like, I'm having a great time.
Yes.
Yeah, they're so much fun. I love them.
Yeah. I hope, if nothing else, if they can't win, then I would really just like for them to get to the end at the very least. I just want them to have the full experience. Yeah, for all the same good reasons that we really wanted more for Rich and Dom, even though we weren't as endeared towards them, not like Lewis and Michelle.
I mean, we were, just not in the same way. Well, okay, well.
Maybe you were. I don't know. I found some of her positivity to be fraudulent.
Wait, listen, it was annoying, but in a fun way. Like, I enjoyed being annoyed.
I'm with you on that until that sculpture thing. That really took me out of it, I gotta say. You were really about, being your own strength and, really relying on yourself. And
she was like, I'm done. I'm done.
Be the light you want to see. I'm sorry, this is just not what I do. I won't even try it. We just have to get out of here. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
What's the timeout penalty? Yeah. It's like, that's really she didn't even go ding ding twice. Yeah. But back to this episode. This Legs detour was a choice. Obviously, between the Walnut Cracker or Medieval Gamer. Walnut Cracker saw our racers having to crack and press walnuts until they produced enough walnut oil in order to fill a container and receive their next clue. Now, in Medieval Gamer, teams had to complete 3 medieval games in order to receive their next clue. Now, okay, they make that sound like very simple. Now, these 3 games that they had to do, that was that they had to throw the little sacks on top of the platform, right?
Yeah.
And they had to do this, but consecutively. So, like, it's not so. That is really okay. Like, let's not
no, they were hard. They were hard games.
That is all right. Yeah.
I was getting some Big Brother vibes from some of these games.
Well, that one gave me very like Survivor vibes. I feel like we've seen that before with like throwing the little like mini sandbags on like the platform.
Yeah,
but the
rope pulling one, the rope one, the ball with the teeter-tottery ball. That's definitely
honestly
very
even the balancing one, to be honest, because I feel like there's a Big Brother competition where they have to balance things, and if it's not balanced correctly, everything comes crashing down. And like,
I just don't remember what that is. I don't know what. But
we've seen like variations of it, yeah.
Especially for like Derek X and Claire, I was like, you got to go with those games.
Oh yeah, and they freaking beasted them.
Nut oil and sacks. I mean, what is the Amazing Race? It is the melting pot It's like Discovery Channel. You're learning all these great things about the world. Travel Channel, if you will, maybe. And then it's reality TV fun and shenanigans. That's The Amazing Race. Thank you. In a nutshell.
Thank you.
Get it?
Oh, in a nutshell.
Oh.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I like it.
Yep. It's 9:47. This is what you get when it's earlier.
What do you think? What do you think you would have done? Do you know which of these options you would have picked?
I would have done Medieval Gamer and then left.
I would have thought that would be the easier one and then gotten very discouraged.
I would have left. The second you told me about the sacks on the platform having to be consecutive, I would have said, oh no. I have to get out of here. Like, I'm not going to waste any time on this.
No, I would have been bad at it.
Yeah. The ball with the teeter-tottering in the hole, I think I could get that. I'm fine with that.
You just need a partner that knows how to direct you on that one. Like, that one's not really up to you. It's up to like the person watching,
That's true.
But it was smart because I think it was like Derek and Claire got there later and saw how many people were doing the other challenge, and they were like, this is going to take everybody the same amount of time. We might as well like risk it. And if we can just do these games faster than they can do the rest of that, like maybe we can come out on top. And they beasted those games. Like they looked like they were flying through that thing.
They really did look like they were flying through it. It could have been the way they edited it, but I do also believe that speaks to the fact, though, that while we get a little annoyed sometimes with Derek in the way that he doesn't always seem to root for Claire the way that we believe that she should be rooted for. However, they do seem to work very well together.
Oh yeah.
Their communication seems to be fantastic.
I mean, you do see little moments here and there. Like in the beginning of this episode, there was a moment where like Derek was calling out of the car, like, no, follow us. I know where we're going. And she was like, Derek, shut up. Like, what are you doing? We're in a race. Why are you telling them where to go? And he was like, well, if we're wrong, then they're wrong too. And she's like, but don't stop it.
What do you think of that strategy, by the way? It's like, well, if we go the wrong way, it means that we're bringing other teams with us. So that sounds great. They're lost too.
Yeah, but
except that if they were going wrong, now they're not.
Yeah. And also, like, it means that you're wrong, but also if you're right, you're bringing them with you and they could do the rest of the challenges faster than you. Like, I don't think there's a good way to spin that one.
Literally the reverse of what I said.
It looks like
I'm nice.
it looks like literally every team they were passing. Derek was like, "Hey, we figured it out. Follow us. We figured
Come
it
this
out.
way."
Follow us." Like it's like if you want to tell one team that you might be like friendly with, working with, that's one thing. But like, why are you driving past?
There's no benefit to that.
Like, follow us.
Either way, it's bad.
I don't see an upside. The upside that he stated is almost like that's what you would say if they happened to follow you,
right?
Yeah.
Not because you invited them to to follow you. And well, at the end of all this, I don't remember anyone placed, and anyone listening doesn't care.
Michael won. I remember that because they're my one.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So Michael and Marcus won this one.
Yep.
Okay, good for them.
They won $7,500 each for winning the leg.
For them to spend after the race.
Correct.
I remember they made a point of pointing that out. Honestly, I thought the more notable thing from this was the elimination of Glenda and Lumumba, which honestly,
I'm so sad.
Yeah, it really upset me. They took it in stride. They were really, really great about it.
I really love them.
I love them.
Yeah.
How can we get them on something else? What can they come do? They can come play the mole.
Literally do anything, beyond anything. I'll watch it.
See, I don't want them to play Big Brother because I feel like once they're known, there could be a target because they're going to play together. I don't know that we're going to get the fruits from that we want. But if y'all can play the mole together,
attitude. Like I want to see them be on anything.
I just want to see them do anything else. A cooking show.
Yeah, right.
That'd be very cute. See them cooking together. Yeah. Let's get them on here first. Let's see what they would like to do. Glenda and Lamar.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us?
Hell
What's
yeah.
next for you? What's next? What's next? Matt, get out of here.
What is that?
He said the Survivor blood versus water. Honestly, they would. I think they'd be hysterical. But I just don't think that's the vibe. Glenda is too much of a queen to be sullied by ants and other rough things. She shouldn't be out there in the elements. Not my Glenda.
No.
Man. I would love to see him on something though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's figure it out,
They can play them all.
Yeah.
They can play them all. Because I wouldn't even say that necessarily gives you an advantage.
Love at First Lie.
Yes. Now that's a show for Glenda and Lumumba. Absolutely. With couples like Brian and Carla.
Right?
I know. Love at First Lie coming soon. To Strat Chat.
I don't remember. You've talked about that before, but I don't remember what that one is.
I know. John was just like he was a sitting duck when I had him at the house this weekend. Like, now you will watch this, and now you will watch this.
Honestly, it's fantastic, though. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love at First Lie. It's very fun. And honestly, so is All Star Shore. By the way, Johnny Middlebrooks is on All Star Shore. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done now.
Yeah, Johnny from The Challenge is actually on All Star Shore, and we did not make this connection. It actually is a little bit more fun than we remembered. I'm no longer sideways vouching for All Star Shore. Since you left the house, I have continued watching. But Love at First Lie really is legit. So if you're not on board, you really should get there. It's giving us mole vibes. You've got fake couples in a house with real couples. And your job is to suss everyone out and vote out the fake couples. Every fake couple that leaves, you add 25 grand to the team pot. If you vote out a real couple, pot stays at nothing. And, just let the chaos ensue, Very fun. Very fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun one.
So, yeah, we could totally see Glenda and Lumumba on this. I would love to see them in confessionals about who they think is fake and what is going on. Absolutely. Put them on Love at First Lie. Give it some more valid people, okay? Because it's a great concept. I don't want it to die in the MTV reality wasteland, it deserves to go somewhere, But yeah, so that's that. Oh, Matt said this is like the Mole and F-Boy Island combined. That sounds like a great time.
God.
Where can I watch? You can find that on MTV on Wednesdays. At 9:30.
F-Boy Island was a fan favorite of the Emoji Land cast on our off nights.
I don't know anything about F-Boy Island.
Oh, is that
garbage,
on
HBO?
It's so
is that
good.
what it's on? Where is that?
What is it on? It might be HBO. I think it is HBO. Oh, it's garbage. It's like you're basically trying to suss out if all of the guys there are F-boys or nice guys, and that you'll have self-proclaimed nice guys or people that say that they're F-boys, and you have to decide what they are, and it's a dating element to it. It's garbage, but it's so good.
Why would I want to be known as an F-boy? No, you got it wrong. Sorry. I'm an F-boy. Got you so goodly. It's like,
no, oh my God.
I don't know.
It is the epitome of garbage reality TV.
Oh, well, see, now Love at First Lie, you have to also understand that it is not presented seriously. It's presented almost like All Star Shore, very tongue in cheek, we're making fun of ourselves. It's hosted by Tori Spelling.
F-Boy Island is also very campy. It's not so you're going to decide if this guy, no, it's stupid.
Yeah. But the gameplay of it is legit. So even though they're being funny about it and because Tori Spelling is also the narrator and she narrates even herself. So herself hosting the thing, she's narrating and commenting on her own hosting. So it really is very, very silly.
Say something as a host and then as the narrator be like, hey, that was pretty good.
Hey, I nailed that. And what was that other thing she said? Oh, you guys think you're nervous. I still gotta host this thing. It's just all of her. It's just very stupid. Yeah,
that was a wild tangent. What show are we talking about tonight?
We're still talking about The Amazing Race, but Matt said he just finished season 1 of F-Boy Island. The finale was wild.
It's so wild. Oh my god.
Maybe that's the next Strat Chat offshoot. All right, any Hoosers. Back to the Amazing Race. So we continue on. And the first roadblock they were faced with was they had to perform a rugby training drill
Ugh.
and then complete a drop kick in order to receive their next clue.
Never in a million years.
I would have great difficulties with this.
I think I could do this. I think I could do this one.
Yeah.
I do.
Who went up there? Wasn't it like 8 times for somebody?
I know. I think it was.
Some people had some rough goes.
I think it was it Molly? She had like 6 attempts, but they were there so much faster than everybody else that
Yeah.
that like she still finished before pretty much anyone else had gotten there. There were a bunch of people that had like 1 attempt though. Like Claire was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she crushed it.
Right. I think Lewis did great. I think they both only had 1 attempt. Yeah, but there was a mixture. Some people
God,
took,
I would
5
straight
or
up be
more.
crying. I don't care who my partner is. My partner's doing this one. I couldn't be me. I would be crying somewhere. I would lose this for everybody.
And it's also ridiculous that every single time they had to keep like tackling that stupid thing. So it's just so silly. All right, so that's that for the roadblock. Then the detour was a choice between Say 6 or Lay Bricks. In Say 6, our racers had to find 3 poets who each displayed and recited 2 verses of the French poem of a French poem by Victor Hugo.
He said, no.
Nope. Teams then had to recite the 6 stanzas to a judge in order to receive their next clue. No. I definitely would not have chosen this one. Oh, I
would have chosen the bricks.
Yeah, I would have done the bricks. Without even seeing it or anything, I just would have chosen it. The bricks were having 2 teams having to lay bricks in order to recreate a sidewalk pattern. I definitely would have done that. Like, hands down.
It's like basically doing a puzzle. It's it wasn't anything too crazy. I thought it almost seemed like a pretty simple puzzle too. It didn't seem like
in
anybody
comparison
really had
to some of the other stuff
much,
we've seen. Yeah,
it didn't seem like anyone had really had that much difficulty with this one. So
they were pretty okay.
This was the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
Especially like the way that we've seen how much of a stickler they are for pronunciation with like other foreign language challenges. This French one, I'd be like, not a chance. French is already hard, but if you need to like specifically get it exactly the way that it needs to sound, no.
Yeah. And memorize it, because it's not even just it's not just even like the pronunciation, like the whole thing of it. No, I'd be useless. And I feel like the adrenaline of the entire situation, like I wouldn't be able to focus. And if I got it wrong the first time, I would just be even more of a mess, and it'd just be a downward spiral from there. Like, I don't see how you ever rebound. Like, I'll just go back and look at it. No, I feel like it would just completely frustrate
I've already
me,
memorized
and I would just shut down. Yeah. However I memorize it is now how I will always know.
That's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, that's it. No, I would definitely have to lay some bricks.
Yeah. I agree. Even though it is funny because the first place team in this episode did the poem.
Who was the first place team?
It was Gina's winner picks.
Yeah.
Derek X and Claire.
Mom and Dad. Which
Back
we did.
top,
This is another
back
one where
top.
like we saw the 2 of them at each other a little bit, because like Derek was very much like, I took French. I know, like I can do this. And then he was trying to translate it in his head to memorize it in English and then say it in French. And Claire was like, can you just memorize it in French, please? Like, you cannot try to like translate this and make this 1,000 times harder. Please just memorize it in French.
Well, because essentially he was translating it and then would have to translate it back. It's like, just remember the sounds of the words.
And it wasn't
that we
like
have to
conjugated exactly the way that he would think that it's supposed to be. So he was confusing himself more. It's like, Derek, please.
Yeah.
but they
I
still
agree.
persevered
Yeah, they did.
and they soared right to
did
the
great.
top. Was this their
Yeah, they did.
first place finish?
No, I
Were
think
they
it's their
first
second.
right in the
No.
beginning? In the very
Yeah.
beginning, weren't they
They-
first? Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the very first competition, leg 1. They were in first place, and then now in leg 7. But they've been in second but once. They've been in third before, so they've been usually at the top.
Mom and Dad are killing it.
Couple fourth
great.
places.
They are doing great.
It's just like, it's always so impressive to me because they always look like they're going to be in dead last and then they end up in like third. It's like, I don't know how you've made up that much time.
Yeah, the only team left that hasn't gotten a first place finish. Can you guess who it is?
That hasn't gotten a first place finish?
Yeah, there's
Let
5
me
teams
think.
left. 4 of them have come in first, at least once. There's one team that hasn't come in first ever.
There's 5 teams left. Well, we know the brothers have. Lewis and Michelle definitely have.
Is it the twins?
Nope.
I'm gonna say I feel like they did.
They did.
I'm not
In
even
leg,
remembering the other people in it.
the second half of leg 1, the twins got first place. The only team that hasn't gotten a first place finish are the best navigators on the show.
Oh,
Aubrey and David.
Well, listen, the brothers had a pretty rough navigation go in this episode too.
They did.
I feel like they got lost like 4 times.
Still came top 3.
Yeah.
They amaze me because I feel like every episode I'm like, this is the one where they're going to implode because they just look like they're such a disaster. And then all of a sudden they work so well together that whatever it is they have to do, they're like, bing, bang, boom, done. And I'm like, how did we go from so chaotic to like a completely like well-oiled machine, exactly like moving how we have to? They baffle me every episode. I don't understand how they're doing so well.
I love it.
I think a lot of
It
that
shocks me
I think
every time.
Right. I think a lot of it is editing though too. Because like even in this episode, we saw Quinton and Mattie. It felt like the entire episode they were just trying to get to that first roadblock. Like that first task they had to do. And I feel like Marcus and Michael have proven to be like pretty good navigators. So I feel like, and like even in this episode, I think it was Michael that was like, I used to read maps in tanks. Like I know how to read a map. And I feel like I could see production being like, oh, the brothers had a little navigation mix up. Let's play it up. Let's really make the edit look like they're really having a hard time. But they were never really that far away. You know what I mean? I could see that being.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. This episode ended with the exit of Quinton and Mattie, which, kind of surprised me. Not that we really, I don't feel like we ever really saw a lot of them to begin with, but I just didn't expect them to go out now. For some reason, I always imagined the final with them in it.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
Or at least pretty close, like closer than this.
Right.
And going out
I
sixth
agree.
place. Yeah. But so that's that. So who do we have left? We have the twins, Emily and Molly.
That's right.
We have
we've got
the other brothers, Marcus and Michael.
Michael.
We have we have Derek and Claire. We have who else we got?
Aubrey and
David.
Aubrey and
Lewis
David and Lewis and Michelle. So what do you think now? What do you think now?
This is an awesome top 5. The only team, if I had my choice,
it's not an awesome top 5.
Well,
you could get an awesome top 4.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I think this is an awesome top 5, but I would like to be able to take Aubrey and David out, and if I had my choice, I'd like to slide Glenda and Lumumba into that top 5. That would be the perfect top 5.
Yeah.
That
America's vote.
Perfect top 5, right?
Yeah.
But this is still a good top 5, and really, I wouldn't mind seeing any team win. Honestly, other than like Aubrey and David, but
they won't. They're next out.
Yeah. But what's funny? Like my winner picks are Marcus and Michael, but at this point, I honestly think that I'm rooting for Lewis and Michelle or Molly and Emily. Like,
I love
I think that,
Molly and Emily.
yeah, I think that I would be happiest
Yeah.
with one of those two teams winning. Like, I obviously would love to see my winner picks win, but Lewis and Michelle and Molly and Emily are they're so awesome. I just love watching them. I'm a little nervous about Emily's leg, though.
I'm a little nervous about that too.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm saying that I think David and Aubrey are next boot, it really very well could be them because they really seem to be playing that up with the next on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
She's been such a trooper,
they
though.
just mentioned it so much more. It was so much of
Yeah.
it that it's like that's not usually a good sign. And
Right.
they make sure that we don't forget that she has this issue every
Yeah, they've brought
episode.
it up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
it doesn't. I feel
yeah.
like that's going to be the reason for an exit. Just if we know anything
Mm.
about the
Right.
sads.
So we've been talking about episodes 7 and 8 tonight of The
Mhm.
Amazing Race. Now, I believe it was episode 7 that we actually kind of heard what Emily's injury was. I don't think we had ever heard it, like actually heard what had happened to her before.
No.
We heard that, she was just having trouble with her knee, was having pain, couldn't really run as well. But it sounded like what she said was that she actually tore something in the knee, like she tore some muscles in the knee. Like, it's really, like, I feel like an actual serious thing. Who knows? She might have to get surgery after the season ends. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so the fact that she's fought through multiple legs just week after week, because this has been going back since that first leg in Jordan, I think, which was like, what was that, 3 episodes ago? She's been dealing with this for a while. Now, that was even longer ago than that, I think. I think it was like 3 or 4 legs ago. So she's been dealing with this injury, and
For
she
a
was the
while,
one
yeah.
she was the one that scaled the wall of the castle in
Mhm.
these episodes.
Mhm.
And they said it was like, oh, thank goodness it's not climbing, it's just rappelling. But like the fact that she's getting up there,
No, you still have to go up.
right? Like rappelling a wall. Yeah, you still got to climb all the stairs. You still got to do that. And she's been such a trooper, and like, it would suck to see them have to leave because of an injury.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see what happens. I guess our next amazing race would be the 28th. All right, the 28th. Okay, that'll be the Monday after T Gibbs.
Yeah. Now, did we know this already? I'm seeing on here leg 8 has 2 halves. First half and second half. Did we know
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
that it was like a mega leg? Because I didn't realize that.
No, but that makes sense because this would be around when they would have like a non-elimination leg, and since they don't have those anymore, they call them mega legs.
Right.
So they're still doing the same thing, but
So that is kind of nice though, because when we do come back 2 weeks from now, that means we'll only really be talking about one leg.
right, we like that.
So
We like
yeah.
that. Okay. Let's see. Coming up this week, what do we have? We have the
What do we
Challenge
have?
38, Ride or Dies, and then we have the Grand Premiere of the Challenge Australia. Now, I think we should do 2 streams like we did, yesteryear.
Yesterday.
You want to schedule?
Yeah,
Schedule 1. We'll come out of the studio, go into the new one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's easier
do
for
that.
everybody. It's easier for
I
everybody.
can certainly do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't want our Australian friends to be like scrubbing through episodes to find their information.
You're right.
All right.
You're absolutely right.
Our
Our
Australian
Australian friends, yeah, they're not going to care about 38.
No. Well, yeah, maybe they will because but they'll get their own choice. They'll get their choice. I have some things to say.
Can I just show you what Matt said quick? He said,
Yeah.
"Going down under, mate."
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are, Matt.
We are.
Come with us.
Yeah, you should be watching the Challenge Australia. You'd like it. Brooke is on there from Australian
Oh.
Survivor. And yes, Matt, I did see the first cast announcement for Australian Survivor, Heroes vs. Villains, and I am very excited to see this person's return. I am very excited. It's not like I can't say that. It's on social media. You're going to see it.
Yeah.
Haley's back. Haley is back.
Oh man.
Remember her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see her in Australian Survivor. I believe that
So
comes to us
excited.
in January, also on Channel 10. So everybody, get your VPNs in order if you want to keep up.
I gotta. I'm trying.
Oh, that wasn't for you. That
Australia's
was for our
great.
friends.
I know. I'm just
Yeah,
reminding.
we like our Australian friends.
I love everything that
Yes,
they do in Australia.
I did hear that George was back for this one too. Yeah, I'm really excited for this season. I'm really excited. I'm hoping we cover it. We can't say that anymore now, Matt, because this is our origin story.
Our
it was
origin
it,
story.
it was because they flarned us that brought us together. Oh my gosh,
They flarned us.
I have Rice Krispies stuck on my throat.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's what we're doing on Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Challenge 38, and then 10:30, right? 10:30, like we used to do. That's our Australian time. So that's 12:30 for you all on your Friday. You're not watching this, but if you are, 12:30. All right, so plan your lunch around Strat Chat.
Plan your lunch.
We'll probably end up being 2 minutes late. Gives you time to get in your car. All right, so like 12:32 your time, and we'll have a chat.
PM.
Well, I think they know PM. I said go to lunch.
I'm just making sure. Very official. I just want to be very official. That's all.
Wow. you just had to throw me off my rocker. So anyway, thanks for hanging tonight. Is there anything else for the benefit of the community?
Is there? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Thanks all for hanging. A nice early night.
That's a quick one, yeah.
Yeah, that's how we like it done. Wrapping it up. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod or on our website, stratchatpod.com. Throw us a like and a subscription. Let's get up there. Tell your friends. We have a good time. And with that, we're out of here. Thanks a lot.